Welcome to another edition of Cool Cars, Interesting People. You may know this guest from his days with New West Theatre for many years. You may also know him as an active environmentalist. You may know him as a guy on City Council. It is Jeff Carlson. We'll have a chat with him. Today we come to you from McFadden Honda, a 2016 Pilot Touring. Nick Gavraseus, come in here. I have to say it like that because it's such a cool name. Nick Gavraseus, come here. It's got a lot of punch. Talk to me about this 2016 Pilot Touring.
Well, like you said, we're sending out into the 2016 Pilot Touring. It's an absolute redesign, so ground to top, everything is new. It's really, really nice. It's a luxury vehicle at an affordable price, really. It's got some of the best torque vectoring you've ever seen, so the all-wheel drive capability is better than it's ever been. It's still a nicer vehicle than it's ever been. It's a little bit bigger. So people that enjoy the Honda quality will also see that it can be a luxury brand as well.
And it's also, you got enough power there, so you can actually do some really decent off-roading too.
For sure, yeah, absolutely. It's got a 3.6-liter V6. It's very, very capable. It's got a 9-speed transmission. You're going to notice that's a little bit different. It's a push-button transmission.
Yeah, tell us about that, because you look at it and it's a little weird for the average car.
Absolutely. It's a completely different system than we've ever had. It's very simple to use. It's very intuitive as well. There's got a lot of safety features. So like if you forget it in a drive and you open the door for some reason, it's going to put it back into park. So yeah, it's a nice thing to have as a family, right? Yeah. You never know. You might want to shout at the kids or get out and do something. And it's very intuitive. It's very nice to use. Like I said, it's a 9-speed transmission. So it's much better on fuel economy as well. And because you can get available 5,000 pounds of towing, you also get a lot more with that 9-speed transmission as far as fuel economy.
Well, when you talk about saving the environment, that helps, and Jeff Carlson, this guy, wants to save the environment as well.
There you go.
Now, is this a little bit too luxurious for him? I don't know.
You know, I think maybe at first, but once he gets in it, everybody appreciates it, right? It's going to be a pleasurable ride, that's for sure.
Good stuff. Let's go find Jeff Carlson. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Come on in. Silence all electronic devices. Hey Jeff, am I supposed to turn off all the electronic devices?
Where's my security button? Calling the cops right now.
It's cool to be able to talk like this. No one cares.
Hello. And another thing. That's what you got to do. How are you, sir?
Good. Are you ready to go for a cup of coffee, sir?
Where are we going?
Come this way.
Where are we going?
We're going to go this way.
We're going to go this way.
We're going to go this way. There's a vehicle waiting for us.
Is there a chauffeur? Do I get to drive?
No. It's a thing. I can't explain it.
I understand.
Yeah.
It's insurance.
Yep.
And they don't trust me.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, but I don't. That's what I'll go with. But I just want to drive the vehicle myself.
Oh,
2016 Honda Pilot Touring.
Did you know that I'm a Honda guy? Is that why you did this?
Yeah.
Is that why you did this?
Konnichiwa. All right.
All right.
No, you are a Honda guy.
Oh, yeah.
This is actually saves a lot of money on gas too.
Oh.
Apparently, it's
right.
good.
Sure.
Environmentally friendly.
Can we see the back?
Sure.
Do you know how to open it?
No. What?
Because we looked at one of these. You don't know how to open it, do you?
No, I don't. These are tough questions. That's the.
You've lost the keys.
Why am I doing this? Oh, this.
All right, we won't look in the back.
Yeah, this.
Because I looked at one of these, and it was awesome for camping.
Yeah,
because it pulled out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry, I just didn't hit the right button. Yeah.
See, and this was a beer chest.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not. In mine that I looked at, this opened up. It was all
beer.
Yeah. Well, they said for keeping your fish.
You close that. See, you do
Cool.
that. Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah, but
Now we'll go.
for me it was beer. You want me in the front or back? You can drive me around.
Okay.
All right.
Reverse.
Oh.
See this is see these things? That thing, and then you hit. See, it's a push button.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
No.
No. So it drives itself. I want more control.
What about that? What do you think of that? There's vehicles on the road right now that will drive itself so like the Tesla. Kind of does.
Kind of does. Have you been in a Tesla?
No, I haven't, but I got a
haven't
friend.
either.
I got a friend who has one, and he, once you kind of set it, you can
Forget it.
yeah,
Set it.
set
and forget it.
and forget it. And I mean, and there's going to be these
I'm looking forward to
driverless
it.
cars.
I
that-
can have a nap in the back seat. Trust me, they'll be safer than many drivers on the road. I got a funny story about that.
What happened?
My uncle worked, I think, for transportation out in BC, in Vancouver. And they went to an accident site once. A guy had bought a brand new RV, and this is like 30 years ago when cruise control first came out. And he apparently got in, hit cruise control on the highway, went into the back to start cooking.
Because he thought
It's cruise control. We're good to go. And luckily, for like a long time, he was on straight road, so he actually just kept going. But then it didn't work out so well.
was he able to finish the cooking?
I don't know. I think he just got to the appetizer stage. Yeah, it was sad. Very sad. Oh.
Wow.
So, do you get to keep the cars after we've driven them?
So far, no.
Oh.
But I would.
You're working on it.
I am. I'm looking for a little something give back. But
Yeah,
that's all right.
that's all right.
The whole point is the person, and you're the person.
I'm the person.
I want to give you a luxury. I want to talk easily and freely about everything that you want to talk about, and that's what it's all about.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done. Pull over. We've talked about everything
Yeah,
I
we've
wanted to
done.
talk about.
Because I think
This is nice. Have you been in here?
not yet.
The Ethnic
Ethnic
Association?
Yeah, the
Very nice.
formerly
Very nice.
Bill Kurgan Center, but which was on 13th Street.
Yes.
That's actually, you'd be a fun guy, along with me driving through the city, just to say that used to be, and that,
That used to be. I
that
remember
used to be.
when.
Isn't that's kind of?
It is.
It sort of says how old you are because.
Yeah, so we won't do that. Yeah, that would just be embarrassing. I turned
Because-
49.
When
I turned
you did,
in April, 2 months ago.
and so what are you an age guy? Does age matter to you? Because I really don't care.
You know, I really don't care either. But man, it's catching up on me. Like, you wake up in the morning, first thing in your
Yeah.
mind, you're still 18 or 16.
You think you are, yeah.
you leap out of bed and then
can-
suddenly, oh, what the heck? Oh yeah, I mowed the lawn. It's like, that's exhausting.
It's like getting into the car and the only thing you say is, or getting out of the car, the same thing.
Oh, my friends are making fun of my golf swing now because I make the noises.
Oh, do you?
Oh, oh dear.
And you used to be able to bend over better.
Or bend over at all. I remember
Those were the days.
being able to tie my own shoes.
Eh?
Now everything are loafers.
Used to be A&W. Used to be Marshall's Auto Records.
Used to be. Well, it used to be here before McDonald's. I'm trying to recall.
No, I don't know.
Wow. Something we don't remember.
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I don't know where we are. Where are we?
I think we're downtown Lethbridge.
Yes.
Heading into to downtown. There we are. Now we're in downtown.
Downtown.
Officially downtown. 2 blocks, you'll be out of downtown. It's awesome.
Used to be O'Reilly's.
You say, yeah, that's, oh, I love this place.
I'll,
love this place.
Yeah.
I've loved almost every incarnation that's been there.
Oh, really?
Well, O'Reilly's was my bar forever.
Yes, me
Forever.
too. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Loved it. In fact, that's where Andre and I first met.
Right.
Playing trivia at O'Reilly's.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. 22 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah,
Have you been together for 22 years?
22 years. Getting old, eh?
Wow.
I think it's 22. He'll correct me when I get home. It used to be IGA.
IGA.
Yeah, it used to be IGA. Remember that?
And I think we're gonna.
Where are we going?
I'm gonna go down the back
Oh.
alley.
Ooh.
See what happens.
Oh my gosh. Go one more.
One more
And then when you get home, do a Google search.
for.
Some guy was driving through the back alleys in Lethbridge by Schwartz Reliance here. Came through and there was a couple making whoopee.
Be like a whoopee cushion.
Like a whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Building it. Sewing it together. In the back alley, caught it on his dashboard cam. So then he whips through here and comes back around and gets another video of it. It's gone viral.
Has it really?
You don't know where we're going.
I'm just. Can I get through there? I can't anymore. Can I? No.
I don't think.
No,
you
I
ever
totally
could.
screwed up. I could have gone through a parking lot.
Oh, did you? Are we parking in the back?
I was going to go park in the back.
Oh, you can get through there.
Yeah, here we go. Let's do this.
What do these used to be?
Don't know.
There used to be something here. We used to always park here to run across to the movie theater. It used to be the movie theater across the street. I remember when.
Hey, I'm going to park here.
No visitor parking. I don't know that you know what you're doing.
See you later, everybody. I'll park around. Okay.
Do we have an entourage following us?
Yes, we do.
Through
yeah.
all of this? This is awesome. Just keep going. Head out to Colehurst. Come on.
No, we can do this. I can do this. Oh, look, there's a parking spot right there.
Hey, we got a spot.
I'll go right here.
Right in front of that hydrant. Perfect.
Wait,
that's not a parking spot. All right. Oh my God.
This is why it's called a touring. This is exactly why we're doing this. It's a touring.
Do you know how many bylaws and laws you just broke?
Don't mention it. Don't talk about it.
All right, I won't. All right, we're good. Quit talking to the patrons. This is. There's voters.
It's not an election year.
I was kissing babies.
Hey, babe, how are you?
I got that wrong once.
Cheers to you. It's hard for me because I've known you since theater days.
You've known me since
theater days.
Since it was invented,
Since
2,000 years ago.
Yes. But we did a show at LMT together I think it was Kiss Me. Was it Kiss Me Kate? No, was it something else?
Was Kiss Me Kate? No.
No, it was before.
Our first one together was Brigadoon.
Could have been. Well, anyway, it was a long time ago.
Brigadoon, 83
Right.
or 4.
Something like that. But then, of course, you got into the New West stuff.
Yeah.
And so I always consider you as
the New West stuff.
I did a little bit of New West stuff, but I always think of you as being this fool, crazy guy, and then all of a sudden, Jeff is running for council. So crazy guy running for council. So how do you balance being crazy guy and having fun and doing all that stuff, and then making, or is it any kind of a transition to have to say, you know what, this is serious matters. I don't chuckle at stuff like this anymore. I'm very serious about the environment. I'm serious about this, that, and the other thing.
Well, I think people have always sort of known that I had that serious bent, or that I don't know, what do you want to call
political acumen.
Yes, an attitude. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I usually brought it into the show.
Right.
I was all the shows I did were. There was a political bent to them, sort of focusing on the sort of the kindness and love and working together and working for the environment stuff. So that was always in my shows. So I don't think it was any big
shock that you were getting.
shock. In fact, I started in political science at the university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I found out that acting was so much easier. And then I found out they'd actually pay you for it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do this.
Yeah. And you did.
25 years in the biz.
How special was New West for you?
Incredibly.
Yeah.
I mean, we
What
started.
how does it define you?
Well, that's the crazy part. For about 20 years, it did define me. Everything was. I mean, all my screen names and usernames were all New West Theater and New West and Jeff at New West, and I was always that guy in town. My family still calls me, "Hey, it's that guy," because that's what I'd hear all the time. You'd walk in.
That guy from the thing.
And it was always awesome because people think. They feel they know you very well if they've seen you for 20 years on stage. They always come up, me, I sit in the second row, and have the time be like, yeah, you do, I remember you.
Yeah.
But they would find me in grocery stores or gas stations, and it was just a very comfortable relationship. They'd always be like, hey, you're that guy.
And then would anyone come up to you and say, cha-cha-cha?
Never heard that.
No, never.
No. But poor Kelly Roberts gets that all
Oh,
the
I'm sure
time.
he does, yeah.
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 Poor
Still
Kelly.
a funny bit, though.
It is. We do it every chance we get.
I know exactly what's going to happen for 35 times, and yet that leaf falls, and it's funny.
It's just funny.
It's just funny.
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
That you may think you know what's going to happen.
Okay.
But it changes nearly nightly because we forget what we're doing. We just did it recently. And we're running through the whole set list. We had like about an hour and 40-minute show we were doing for Habitat for Humanity, actually.
Oh, nice.
And as a fundraiser. So we're working this out. We get to Cha Cha Cha, and it was Scott Carpenter, Kelly Roberts, me. And we're like, do we need to rehearse this? No.
We know it all.
No.
Yeah.
We get out on stage, and Kelly screws the whole thing up from start to finish, changed the whole thing. And it was hilarious.
Hilarious for you or for everyone?
Well, the audience found it hilarious because it all the mechanics and stuff were there because we know what we're doing. So we just kept it going. But for the rest of the cast members, we're just peeing our pants behind us because they knew that we had thrown everything out the window and we're just improvising cha cha cha. So yes, it does change.
Good. Well, that's good.
Yeah, keeps it fresh.
So you're third term council.
Isn't that scary? Third term.
So this is a 4-year term, right?
4-year term.
Yeah.
4-year term. Yeah.
So why do you think you got elected? First time round.
I mean, we got to be honest.
Did being in New West help?
Sure did. I knew most of the city, or at least a good chunk of it that had seen me through the years in New West, in LMT, and local TV shows back in the day. So I think that helps. You know the public. What always helped me, I think, is I know Lethbridge. I know a lot of the folks in the community.
Born and raised,
been here forever. So I know what sort of makes us tick. I think I'm very typical of Lethbridge. My hopes and dreams and aspirations, I think, are what Lethbridge wants for itself and sees as a better future. So I think that connection was made easy, and then that folks knew me. And the family, we've all been here for many, many years. So I think that all helped.
Okay, if you don't want to answer any of this, that's fine. But you're a gay man.
Yes.
Getting into the political arena in what has been called redneck Lethbridge, redneck Southern Alberta. Because I know you, but I mean, did you ever officially, publicly come out, or was it just common knowledge? And on the side of it, were there ever people that said, "Wait a minute, he's a gay man? I will not vote for him in the 4th election." No, so I mean, what if anything did that play into your political career?
You know, it really never has.
No?
It's never really played in my life a whole lot. It's never been a big issue for me growing up here.
No, sure.
People know me, like me. The sexual, they do that too. Every council meeting you get 50% on one side, 50 on the other. You know, you're going to tick off someone. So I don't think that was just ever a concern to me. It's never. It did get brought up recently. I got hate mail.
Did you? For what?
It was the homosexuality issue. They sent me a bunch of LDS literature, and
the homosexuality issue. That's pretty broad. What is that? What do you mean?
They said repent, sinner.
Oh, really?
It said 40% of Lethbridge is LDS, and we will not vote for you. And it's really weird because I've got some awesome LDS friends that don't care. So it was just, I would just say it's one guy.
Yeah.
Or girl.
Yeah.
One person.
And so I mean, so that never came up in as far as getting elected goes. That was never a thing.
I'm sure it does for some people, but I think by and large, Lethbridge is definitely not as redneck as people think.
Yeah.
We're blessed. We've got the college and the university. They bring in 15,000 young people to our community every year. Keeps us young, fresh, progressive. So I think Lethbridge is way more progressive than people think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. This is Lethbridge Pride Fest is going on, I believe, right now. Is this the month?
I'm late. Gotta go.
I mean, but that's been a big thing in the city. So that's well supported and good for people having somewhere to go to as well, to have some support.
And it's always one heck of a party.
If
you get time to come down to the park, it's a blast.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, now, when you did you come out to your parents, or did your parents know you? No, that you did, or was that a non-issue, or?
I think there was 2 weeks of uncomfortableness of what do we do, and then nothing.
Fine, we're good, good to go. And your partner Andre, You guys, like I say, you've been together for how many?
22. I think it's
Ish.
22. 22. It's either 21 or 22.
He won't watch this. Don't worry. Yeah.
Trying to do the math right now. Yeah.
And it's been going well.
Oh, awesome.
Fantastic. That's
Awesome.
great.
As I say, we celebrated our
Anniversary.
our 22nd anniversary, and we celebrated 18 happy years together.
Mm.
The first four kind of rocky.
Yeah, as they all are. Yeah. So you're a big environmentalist. What are some of the issues you're hitting right now? What do you like to bring up for anyone who'll listen?
You know, I mean, I'm always going to push the curbside recycling. The convenience, the diversion from the landfill would be spectacular, but council said we're not going there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to move on
Yeah.
every term. Third term, tried it 3 times.
Yeah.
Getting used to it now.
How-
So that's the big one.
How thick of a skin do you got to have in this thing? I mean, as you're getting phone. I mean, because, and I think what would annoy me more than anything is people who give you shit for things that they're not totally informed on. Doesn't and that must annoy? I mean, and you have to be a politician. You say, "Well, thank you for your."
Yes,
for
I'll
that,
take
but-
that under consideration.
But here's the thing. No, you're not right. This is not correct. This is the information is wrong. So that must be annoying.
Well, that stuff happens all the time. I
Yeah.
mean, quite often there's a confusion between different orders of government. Who's in charge of healthcare? Like when I start getting phone calls about the hospital, and there's not much I can do,
Right.
Except direct them
Right.
to the province.
Yeah.
So there's things like that. Schools, exactly. A lot of misinformation there, but I think the biggest disconnect comes from the taxes and services, and what people perceive as high taxes for no services, or they want more services but no taxes.
Yeah.
I've got one member of my extended family who likes to always say, I want more snow removal, I want more weed care, I want more this, I want more parks, and I want lower taxes.
You say weed care?
Weed care, weed removal.
Oh,
Yes, yeah.
sorry. Excuse me. Totally different thing.
Making sure the dandelions.
A dandelion.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Weed.
That,
Gotcha.
yes, weed removal. There we are.
Sorry.
That's all right. Once again, that's federal politics. Nothing to do with local. But there's that disconnect.
Yeah.
Between your taxes and what services you get, because running a city is expensive.
Yeah.
I think about 60% of your tax dollar goes towards just fire, police, EMS, those emergency services. The rest of the 40% pays for everything else in the city. Well, you're in the arts. You're an arts guy. That's one of the biggest complaints we get is where all the ridiculous amounts of money we spend on the arts.
Yeah.
And when you look
There's
in
no
our,
damn way we're going to get a performing arts center with that kind of. Why should we have that?
why should we have that? Why it costs? And when you look at the line items in the budget, arts and recreation are pretty much clumped together, and I think it costs the average homeowner or household, I think it's like $11 a year, and that's for all your arts and all your recreation programs in the city. $11.
Wow.
That's like $1 a month,
Yeah.
85 cents a month. So people
math.
are always saying, people are always saying, taxes because of those arts. If we cut that, you'd be saving $1 a month.
Yeah.
And what would your city have?
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty boring city.
I mean, you've got your one side. We need more hockey rinks because everyone
yes.
plays hockey. Got people who say we need more theater, and we got people that say we don't want any of that. We don't need it. I mean, there's always a. I guess you have to have your opinions and go with what you're. No, do you go with your opinions most of the time, or do you go with what your constituents want? I mean, because sometimes you really do know what's better for the city than someone else would.
Well, I think almost 100% you have to go with what's best for the city and not. I mean, you always like to talk to people and listen to people. The best part is to have a two-way dialogue so that they can get informed as well.
But no one shows up for those.
Yeah, I know. We have our open houses for our budgets. The biggest impact, the thing that people, and I think we had 22 people over 3 days.
Yeah. So,
Come on.
Yeah.
So what do you do? And yeah, but those people are great because then you get to talk to them and explain them how things work. And when they see that, most of their tax dollar goes to fire, police, EMS, they don't want you to touch that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you say, okay, where would you like to start peeling away? And it literally starts to come down to that, $1 a year goes here, $1 a year goes here. And then they go, wow, it's hard. And
Yeah.
it is. But you do have to have a thick skin,
Yeah.
getting back to your question. I've hid under my desk several times and cried for a week.
I mean, does it get to you? It really does.
of
Because
course.
people will be really, really mean.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
And it's not necessarily personal, I don't think. But it can be taken very personally.
Well, sometimes it gets personal.
Yeah.
I remember just shortly after the election, I put forward a motion to subsidize transit for low income and people on AISH, so they can get around and actually be part of the community. And before the meeting, a bunch of my colleagues said, we can't do this, we got to look at this, we got to do this. So at the meeting, I said, I'm going to retract the motion for now while I get the information. And the headline of the paper was back then Alderman Carlson has no heart. And I just went, what? And I did literally curl up under my desk, just going, this sucks.
How can
Serious talking, news, they're trying to sell papers or get viewership and readership, so they like to stir controversy.
Yeah.
We're used to that. So yeah, the skin I thought was thick enough after 25 years in theater.
Yeah.
I've had bad reviews. But never once did they say,
have
actor
no
Carlson
heart."
has no
No
heart.
heart, yeah.
No talent.
Wow.
I've heard that
right.
lots of times.
Many a time, I'll tell you.
Usually from you. You
Anyway.
bugger.
What the? What makes you happy? What's the thing? We're under attack. It's an earthquake.
That would be awesome.
That was our last review.
Yeah. Alderman Carlson has no heart.
He has no heart. We're going to bury him, I'll tell you.
What do you mean makes me happy?
What is it? Like you go through the day? What is the thing that just says, "Oh, this is good"? Maybe it's away from somewhere. Maybe you're listening to music. Maybe it's just doing something with Andre. What is it?
Yeah, so much. Honestly, I'm a pretty happy guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, friends and family,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got great friends through theater.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know I've seen you with all the New West guys and gals, and it's wonderful to see that.
They are my best,
Yeah.
bestest friends, and the good news is my family is also my best friends.
Yeah, right.
We've got a fabulous relationship. I didn't get to choose them, so that was luck of the draw.
Yeah, sure.
My friends, I got to audition.
You auditioned for
I
him.
did. Like I remember, having Eric and all those people auditioning for me, and that's how I used to cast New West. I knew that if I liked someone, whether they had any talent or not, if I liked them, and they made me smile or laugh or feel good, they would make the audience.
So Erica, you don't have any talent. You just make him feel good.
She had no talent, zero. She even said it in her audition.
What?
She walked in and
No.
she said, I said, what are you going to do? How are you going to amaze me today? And she said, well, I can't really do anything. I don't really sing. I don't really dance. I don't play any instruments.
Erica said that as well.
and
Well,
then-
she was lying.
Because I said, well, you've got to do something. She said, well, I guess I could just sing a little song I wrote, and pulls out a guitar. And I'm like, okay, so you're just a big liar pants.
Yeah.
So I liked her right away.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
So,
What
the
makes
job-
you happy?
Getting to talk to you.
Are you running for office? Is that what you're?
I'm just happy to see happy people. It's just and
You're a people guy.
I like that, yeah. And and I have to say that it's always a thrill to get to be on stage. I mean, a lot of people don't understand why people get on stage and do stuff, and I can't explain it. It's just something that is inbred. So to get on stage, to get to do a song, to do stuff, nothing like it. Especially as I've had the opportunity many years to sing in front of with a symphony orchestra or a big band orchestra.
Those are always awesome.
That's special. That makes me happy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Why do we do it? I mean,
don't
now
know,
you've
'cause
asked that question. I'm
Yeah.
like, whatever possessed me
I know, because it's
to
scary.
want to do such a
I
thing?
get so scared before I go on stage most of the time, and I say, "Whoa, But then, I don't know, it works out.
Once you get on stage, are you good?
Yeah.
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 I think we're all that way, that panicking backstage.
I literally, when I first got to do Evita, it was at the university, I literally think I had a heart attack because my arms went numb, and I think I smelled burnt toast. I'm pretty sure. And I don't know what happened, but the next thing I knew, the show was over.
Show's over, I'm done. And Fran walked around the corner eating a piece of toast. You're like, it was you! It was you! You bugger.
I tell you. Back to being a counselor, because it's still considered a part-time job, right?
Yes.
But that's not the case at all. You've got so many meetings and things.
You know, it's all what you want to put into it, what you're willing to put into it. Like we've got 3 members of council, I think just 3, that have full-time careers.
Yeah.
And I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Literally, I do not know how you do it. You've got to have a very lenient boss, or you've got to be the boss.
Yeah.
Which is, a couple of them, they're like the boss so they can do it. But it's what according to the MGA, Municipal Government Act, we only have to do so much. And that could only be like your 4-hour council meeting.
Really?
Once every 2 weeks. That's the bare minimum. And you can get away with doing that.
Yeah, but then you don't feel very good about that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I ran to make a difference in the city, not just show up to the council meeting, vote no, and move on.
I wonder if that's
or yes.
I wonder if that's a subtle dig to someone, but I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay, carry on.
Anyways, but I wanted to actually do things, move the community in a different direction or further direction, and you can't do that not showing up or not doing stuff. And so it's a lot of extra work. We've got some of my colleagues, like Councillor Owascu, I think puts in like 80 hours a week because she's busy, but she wants to do it.
Yeah.
And then
how many hours do you put in? 7,
3.
8?
I mean, it really is dependent.
Yeah.
I sit on and chair a lot of committees, so that eats up a lot of hours just being in the meetings, because you're chair, then you've got to do all the preparation, and then and then the reading.
Yeah.
Like some committee packages are 200, 300 pages.
Yeah.
That's insane. So I love executive summaries. A really good executive summary makes me a happy man. But so it varies. I think it probably averages to about 30, 35 hours a week.
Yeah.
But as I say, some weeks are 80.
Yeah.
And then your next week you're like, I think I was there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because there's just nothing going on.
$1 million question, you're going to run in for a 4th term?
You know, I never say never, but you just never know. There's still some things I want to get done.
Okay. Like what?
Recycling is a big one, or at least an alternative. Like just to reduce the waste. The landfill expense is immense. The money we put into putting garbage in a pit, and then the land is sterile.
There's a landfill right outside.
Right. But then the land is sterile and can't be used forever.
Yeah.
Well, not forever, but a couple generations.
Yeah.
So that's a big one to me. But there's if we're never going to move forward with curbside recycling, then we've got to find other ways to reduce that impact. So there's lots of exciting things on the horizon.
Good.
But we've done a lot.
Yeah.
And
a lot more to do.
Yeah.
What's your? We have to finish this with a song. What song? What song can we finish this off with? It's got to be Sinatra, right? Is it?
It could be.
But what do you want?
Can I just be hilarious? Boomtown Rats that just came on is a great song, and it fits for Council Monday. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays. That's
Jeff,
the one.
Thank you very much.